Coming up, life's good in Luckenbach.
Luckenbach, Texas.
We're at the first ever Randall's King Fest. Hear interviews with Randall, Tristan Marez, and the stories behind this sacred space.
A lot passed through here, and to have Randall come back, that's success.
And Tristan Marez performs his latest hit.
Yeah, jukebox plays, so my heart don't break.
Texas Voices features the artists, musicians, and creatives of our great state next.
Oh, with the neon light.
Stoke the fire and keep on digging. Make the most of what you're giving. It may seem cold and it may seem tough. Either steel will bend when you heat it up. You're on the road to better days. It can outlast the sun and outlast the rain. Ain't a lot of hard lessons made. Let me tell you, son, soon you're gonna show us how it's done.
Howdy, and welcome to historic Luckenbach, Texas. I'm Lindsay Liepman. You know, here, everybody is somebody, and it's exactly the place where Randall King decided to host his first ever Randall's King Fest. We sat down with Randall, who says this is a special place with special people. Your new song is so much fun. It's perfect for a place like this.
Luckenbach, Texas. Come on, it's gonna be fun.
Rock bottom.
I want to thank all you folks for coming out here tonight for my very first King Festival. 1, 2, 3.
Got me in here tonight. I don't call it a comeback. It's just me right back in my naturally online.
Tell me about the process of writing that song, and it was perfect that you just released it on Friday, right before this.
That song's actually one of 2 songs on this record that I didn't write. Record High, I didn't write, and You in a Honky Tonk, I didn't write.
Yeah.
Everything else I had a hand in. But Scott Gunner, my manager, and assistant manager Clayton Tony pitched the song to me. They pitched me both Record High and You in a Honky Tonk. And You in a Honky Tonk, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's a fun one.
the demo had a little bit of a kind of a hip swing to it, it was a little bit popish, and I was like, nope, we gotta straighten it out and run a little more country on it. And when we kind of took a page out of like the urban cowboy type of a vibe.
Right.
So I was like, I see Bud and Sissy sliding across the hardwood floor, you know.
Yeah.
In this little smoky bar.
Get in the truck, sissy.
Yeah, man, you just see it and you're like, damn, you know.
Yeah.
And that's You in a Honky Tonk. That's what that song is. And so we played that out that way, and we cut it. Me and Bart Butler and Ryan Gore went in on it and hammered it out, and my producers. And, yeah, it's for not writing it. Either one, Record High or You in a Honky Tonk, they both just fit right in the mold of what we do.
Yeah.
So You in a Honky Tonk's gonna be one that's gonna be around in the dance halls for a long time in our path.
And a reflection of, you know, staying true to yourself and walking that path, you know, where, like you said, if it's a song that doesn't fit with who you are, you're not going to do it. So
no, absolutely. That was the same thing when I signed my label deal. You know, we sat there and I talked to them and told them, I was like, look, I'm willing to take chances, step out of my box.
Right.
But if I can't stand on stage and believe in it, because it ain't me, I'm not doing it. And they've been really great about, they've been over the top great about letting me have full control of what I do and my creative ability. I didn't need anybody to tell me who I was. I already knew that. I knew that from the last 5 years of us going out and grinding it on the road. I found myself through the work and the effort that I put in, and doing it the hard way, playing shows and building my live show, building my performance, my entertainer ability. So They didn't need anybody to tell me who I was.
So we're in Luckenbach, Texas, with
Yes, we
Randall
are.
and Josh and the boys.
Yeah, a whole lot of boys. Clay, Tristan, Josh, myself. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be country.
Tell me a little bit of the backstory of how this came about, and also when you went to decide, all right, who's going to play the stage of the very first Randall's King Fest, how you came up with the lineup.
It was a process, man. You know, this was something we were trying to do last year, and then COVID hit. Just wanted to do something cool, something fun. I've always wanted to hold my own festival, and it just worked out that it's in the perfect spot in Luckenbach.
Describe for me the first time you ever played Luckenbach and what that felt like in your boots.
I think it was right here on the stage, actually, the very first time we played. And I'd never played Luckenbach. I'd been down here as a tourist and, you know, taking a picture in front of the Luckenbach sign. And came down and I drank a Lone Star beer, because that's what you got to do at Luckenbach.
Right.
You know, we listened to some Bob Wills music, you know, and we came back here, and actually Tristan was on the show with us when we played this stage. Triston Marez opened, and there's a lot of it was surprising, because this place holds about, I think, 450, and we put, I think, 390 in here our first time in, and we were blown away, and it was just one of those really cool nights that you just didn't expect, and it's just the atmosphere of the people that come here, the atmosphere of this room. It's a legendary dance hall. I remember coming here for the first time, looking in this dance hall going, I'm gonna play this one day, and here we are.
It's wonderful to see such a great support system that you have, from your management, you know, to your better half. You have a lot of people that are very supportive of you, and vice versa. That's important.
Well, it's good people, man. God's been really good to us. We were walking over here a second ago to do this interview, man. There's already people. We got a cornhole tournament going on that's Smoke 'em Outdoors. Shameless plug. Smoke 'em Outdoors is hosting that we set up because I wanted to do a cornhole tournament. I'm a big cornhole guy. Winner plays me and I think maybe one of my friends, Tristan or Clay. I'm not sure who's going to play with me, but
you never know.
Winner plays us, and you know, we were walking around, and there's just good people out here already, man. You know, so it's one of those things. God's been good to us and blessed us with putting great people in our path.
Thanks, Randall. Still ahead, the history of these hallowed grounds, plus a performance by Tristan Marez.
My heart don't break.
Welcome back to Luckenbach. You know, the musical roots run deep here, and the tradition continues today. Telling the story of Luckenbach is like finding the first stitch in a patchwork quilt, but woven throughout is the voice, humor, and sincerity of Hondo Crouch.
Hondo was his card said an Imagineer. He wrote a column called the Cedar Creek Clippings. It was about a fictional town with fictional people. And that kind of played into being a part of here.
Hondo was a UT All-American swimmer, but as Virgil Holman Jr. tells us,
he was also a guy that would collect belly button lint, you know, so he had all those sides. And you can tell stories about Hondo, but when you look up the stuff and watch him tell the stories, his voice adds to his personality so much.
But I can tell when a Luckenbach moon, we try to tell strangers who come here about our moon, but they won't believe we got such a big, mean moon. The other night it showed off, the greatest ever. It just hung there, daring you to look at it and making silhouettes in the things, and things came alive. It even shined plumb at the bottom of the canyon, and under bluffs, and under rocks. I made that part up.
I personally make it a mission to try to keep that part alive, the humorous part and the sharing part.
that Texas state of mind found here didn't stay a secret. August 18th, 1973, Jerry Jeff Walker's Viva Terlingua album was recorded in the dance hall. This picture was taken by Guy Clark, whose Desperados Waiting for the Train was included. Ray Wiley's Up Against the Wall Redneck Mother and Gary P. Nunn's London Homesick Blues turned all that hanging out in Luckenbach pickin' into a pivotal moment in music history.
The back door to the bar was the album cover, and that now is in the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, Tennessee, in an exhibit called Outlaws and Armadillos, the Roaring 70s. So that was a big part of bringing us to the stage. And then, of course, the Back to the Basics song with Waylon and Willie took us to a world stage.
All the good times line the walls now and serve as a reminder the good days aren't over yet.
One of Hondo's sayings was, you can't forget the memories. Making music, making memories, and making friends for Luckenbach, Texas. So we don't want anybody to leave here without a Luckenbach experience and a good memory to look back on.
Just living that life, easy come, easy go.
When we come back, we sit down with Tristan Marez. Tristan Marez first picked up a guitar when he was 6 years old, and he's been blazing a trail on the music scene ever since. First, just tell me what it means to you to be here at the first Randall King Fest, and this group of guys, y'all are all great friends.
We are. First off, I want to say thanks to Randall. He was the very first person I got to open up with in the Texas scene. So he's been, from the beginning, a great friend, a great mentor, someone I look up to, and that has become a really good best friend now. So that and Luckenbach, Texas, I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a legendary place. So I'm super grateful to be playing live music with my buddies, and I'm ready for tonight. It's going to get honky tonk.
It really is.
It's gonna be country.
There are people already like staking out their spot.
Oh yeah, I
out
noticed
there.
that.
They have shown up early and they're ready to have a good time tonight.
Yep.
Tell me about your fan base and the folks that love your music and really connect with the music you make.
Oh, they're amazing. I mean, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be chugging along the road like we have been. So, you know, we going in the studio, we just try to create real music and honest music, and I'm just glad that people are listening and continuing to share the word, because without them spreading the music, we wouldn't be able to continue chugging along. So, no, they're amazing. I'm truly blessed. And again, I got to thank Randall, because he brought me in front of his own fan base, and that kind of spread along and helped spread the little buzz. And, and Josh Ward too. He was one. I think he was one of the third or second that's helped me. And I've listened to them before I even started, you know, touring.
Really?
So
That's
it's
cool.
really cool, really cool.
Of course, you have this great new song with Ronnie Dunn that is done very, very well.
Thank you, thank you.
Tell me about what that experience was like.
Oh, it was awesome. It was our last song for the record. We were writing. I had one more co-write during the year, and we needed one more song. And I was going through a breakup, so it was kind of perfect timing. All the emotions were going through my head, so I was like, I got to put it on paper. And I had that hook going in, and when we wrote that song, I mean, we wrote it maybe in an hour, maybe 45 minutes. It was just one of those that really just came to us. And Lynn Hutton and Chris Dubois were the writers on that, and as well as me. And I sent it to my manager, and he's been good buddies with Ronnie and for a long time. And he's like, man, this could be crazy, but I'm gonna try to shoot him an email. We were in the studio doing vocals, and he was joking around when he said that. And we just started laughing. I was like, I'm gonna get back into it.
Yeah.
So we get back in the booth. Well, sure enough, while I'm singing, he did send the email. And maybe 2 weeks later, called me at like 10:30. And when you get a call at 10:30 from your manager at night, it's probably not good.
Yeah, you're
probably,
like, oh God,
what is
did I
going
do?
on? It's either really good or really bad. So there's no in between. Well, it scared me. I was like, what's going on, man? He goes, I need to come over. I got some news. I was like, oh, this is not good. Well, he comes to the door and with 2 glasses of whiskey and a email that was printed on paper. He goes, read this. I was like, oh gosh. Read it, and it was RD. And I was like, RD? He goes, Ronnie Dunn. He loves the song. He's gonna be on the track. I'm sending it to him next week. I said, no way. Couldn't believe it. But the funny thing is, Ronnie had cut it a whole step up. So that was a different key level for vocals. And that was a high range for me. I was like, I can't tell Ronnie no. I have to figure out how I'm going to get that range. So I practiced and practiced and practiced and made it work. But that was a blessing. It was a honor for sure. It is an honor to have a song with Ronnie. I still don't even believe it's real.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it in a minute, but every time I do, it catches me by surprise.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
And it really, as we were talking a little bit earlier, it really connects with the crowd, especially folks like me that really love the tradition of the dance hall and
Yep.
what happens at dance halls. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
Yeah.
And I read that you picked up the guitar when you were 6.
That's the standard version of the story.
Yeah.
But I got gifted a guitar. I feel like everyone's story is like this, but I got gifted a guiar when I was real young and
Right.
took lessons. But I played baseball and all the way through high school at Ridge Point, Missouri City. The crazy thing in high school, like we would always go to, if it wasn't football or a baseball game, it was us finding Cody Johnson at a dance hall,
Yeah.
or we'd be sneaking into a dance hall because most of those dance halls out there were 18 and up. But we would have maybe a fake to get us in the 18 and
Yeah.
up, maybe junior year, sophomore year, and we would just go and have the time,
Yeah.
just acting like we were 21. I'm not gonna say how old we were, but we would go watch Cody Johnson doing the dance halls like what we're playing, like this
Right.
we're in, and it was really cool to see how he's grown, how he entertained the audience. And I remember getting a text. It was Fort Bend County Fair, I don't know what year, maybe 2011, 2010. And I got a text from my buddy. He goes, "Man, this guy named Cody Johnson's playing. You want to go see him?" I'm like, "Man, I've never heard of him." But, yeah, sure, we'll go. And there was maybe 500-600 people. And I've never been more amazed at a live show, just the energy and the music and just how moved these people were and how rowdy
Yeah.
it was. I was like, I want to do that.
And for everything to come full circle,
Yeah.
you going out and doing shows
Yep.
with Cody.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll go to backstage in the green room and we'll see a Cody Johnson signature from way back when, and just
Yeah.
kind of following his trail, which is pretty cool.
But it shows the progression, especially from artists who come up in this music scene, how hard they work.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's ever handed to you. You're working hard every night.
Yep.
You have a lot of fun though
Oh,
along
it's too
the
much
way.
fun. Too much fun.
A lot of fun.
Got to settle down sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, this is an amazing place to be. Every dance hall has been amazing to see people dance to the music, and
Right.
that's one of the coolest things too. It's almost just as cool as hearing people sing back your songs, as
Yeah.
seeing them dance, because you're doing something right.
Well, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
You turned 25 just
Oh,
a couple
gosh.
of days ago.
I know, I'm getting old.
Tristan, that
25,
is so
getting old.
young.
No, hangovers hurt.
25.
I'm
They
getting
do
old
already?
Yes. Oh man.
As soon as you turn 24 to 25, those hangovers.
Yeah. My aunt called the morning of my birthday, and I was super hungover, and she goes, "You sound like you had a rough night." I said, "I am not 21 anymore. That's
yeah,
for sure."
you're like, we had a really good time. Well, speaking of your family, I'm sure they're very proud of you. You come
They are.
from a musical family.
They are.
Are any of them going to be here tonight?
They are. My dad's here, actually. My granddad didn't get to make it, but my dad's here. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
What has been kind of the moment for you so far along this journey where you have felt really, a lot of satisfaction with the work you've put in?
Gosh, I don't know if I've hit that yet.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
still
want to keep
going.
going and keep going and keep going. I would say I'm very proud of the record me and the team have built. I think that record has been a lot of years coming and a lot of years built up and just working towards. It's been a progression. I'm really blessed with the team I have, and I think that's what I'm really satisfied with right now. And we're just head down, just keep on working hard. And again, whether it's 100 people or we're opening up for Randall and it's 1,000 people, and just blessed to be in front of live music now.
Yeah.
Especially after a year like last year, it's good to be back. So.
And give it your all, no matter what. When we come back, Tristan performs here in Luckenbach.
Cold on truth is inside these four walls. The shadows in every room. She echoes down these halls. The memories too strong to fight. Reality's too hard to face. So I spend every night Barstool kind of place where the neon lights, everything's alright. Whiskey melts, a cold goodbye. Yeah, and jukebox plays, so my heart don't break. 'Cause I believe that she'll be back in town. where the neon lights. She won't find someone else. She missed me way too bad. And here I convince myself, oh, she won't what we had. Beer after beer, I chase this whiskey down in this buzzing blue light atmosphere. But you don't hang around where the neon lights. Everything's alright. Whiskey melts, a cold goodbye. Yeah, and jukebox plays, so my heart don't break. 'Cause I believe that she'll be back in time. Oh, with the neon lights. Yeah, that jukebox plays, so my heart don't break. 'Cause I believe that she'll be back in time. I start seeing things in a different light, where the neon lights. Where the neon lights. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tristan. Make sure you follow Randall on social media so you can be here next year. And check out TexasVoicesShow.com on social media and now on YouTube. We'll see you next time.